our mind. We examine what's not, man, what game at a time. We the game examiner. We the game examiner. We the game examiner. We the game examiner.
Hey guys, it's MattyB from the Game Examiners here with a review on MLB The Show 13. Wanted to show you guys and explain the gameplay and go into depth about the Road to the Show mode. Pitching is pretty simple. They have all different kinds of pitching control setups, but I found the pulse mode to be the best. You just simply hold down the pitch button until you feel it vibrate on your controller and let go. Fielding is pretty straightforward and simple. You just go to the ball and field it and press the button of the base you want to throw to. The outfield controls are pretty much the same way, except for you get a lot more fly balls, so you must get to the baseball marker before the ball drops. Throwing is pretty much the same as the infield. Hitting is pretty simple. You have three types of swings. You can take a contact swing with circle, press X for a normal swing, and square is for a power swing. All you do is move your left analog stick towards the direction of the strike zone the ball is in, and press one of the three swing buttons. Timing is very important when it comes to hitting. They have a little graphic on your screen that tells you how your timing was on the previous pitch. This can be very helpful. Good example of the power swing here, driving the ball deep, but Salty must have forgot to eat these Wheaties because he was short on the home run. But I just love how realistic this game is. From every movement the players make, like this here, following a ball off the batter, and he drops his knees while the ball trickles away. Or how the manager is just pacing in the dugout. Or how the stadium scoreboard is trying to pump up the home crowd to get the team back in the game. Or how Miggy steps in the batter's box. Or how Ari Dickey's knuckleball just moves. Or Verlander throwing outside gas for an easy strikeout. I mean, honestly, this game is so realistic, and it could be mistaken for a real live baseball game on TV. The graphics are amazing, and the gameplay is smooth. And the pitching and batting stances are much more accurate than past years. Even the reactions of the crowd are more realistic, as it feels like an actual crowd is watching you. For a baseball fan, this game doesn't leave much to be desired, and they cover every aspect of the baseball game, and they do it well. Next is the Road to the Show mode. This is where you create a player and start a career and work your way up to the major leagues. First, you decide which position you want to play. You can choose from starting pitcher to catcher. It's all up to you. Also, you pick whether you want to throw and bat left or right-handed. It really doesn't have an effect on the game, just more of a personal preference. After that, you'll get to the actual customization of your player. You can make his name from anything you want, either a funny name or create yourself. It's totally up to you. You also have the choice to match up your player's name with names with audio or just a nickname they will call you during the games. Pretty easy to have fun with that. You can set your age at any number you want, but recommend that you start out at 18 so you can have the longest career possible. And last on this part, you can choose if you want to be a U.S. born player or an international player. This affects which team you would play for in the Futures game, assuming you're good enough to get invited to the Futures game. Next is the customization of your player appearance. You get to choose the skin color, your height, weight, body type, and neck size. You can be anything from a short, skinny guy like Juan Pierre or a big, heavy guy like Prince Fielder. You can adjust your head size to your liking as well, and pick any kind of hairstyle from cornrows to slick back long hair to being bald. Also, you can pick your hair color. You can also change your cheeks, eyes, brows, nose, ears, jaw, mouth, and chin. Yeah, it's a very detailed customization of your player. Next, you can put any kind of facial hair you want, from a full beard to a small chin strap to a goatee to being clean shaven. It's all up to you. Now it's time to begin your customization of your equipment. From the look of your glove, to the look of your bat, to the look of your batting gloves. After you have your player looking how you want, now it's time to choose your batting stance. Here you have many options, from all the generic stances, which are all the old players that are no longer playing, to just about every player's stance in the game today. You can also adjust your swing follow-through to one-handed or two, along with how you walk up to the plate, your practice swing, your stride, how you take a pitch, how you react to a called strike, and how you swing and miss. Now it's time to get to the important part of your skills. They give you a certain amount of points to put towards any skill that you want. I tend to put as much as I can towards hitting if you're a position player, because the better you are at hitting during the early stages of your career, the more skill points you will earn early. Then you're finally finished and it's time to get drafted. You can either choose to enter the draft and a random team will draft you, or you can choose which team you want to go to. If you choose a team, make sure it's weak at your position. It will give you a better chance for reaching the show. Once you have your team and you're ready to go, then start out by giving you an extra 500 skill points to use. I recommend using these skill points towards your first goals. A cool feature they have added in the Road to Show is the leaderboard, where you can see how you match up against everyone else playing at the same position as you. You can see if you lead in hits, home runs, RBIs, any stat you like. I'm a big fan of this feature. It keeps you competitive, trying to have a better career than all of your friends. Advancement goals are things your team wants you to work on to make you better equipped for the majors. These are very important and you must complete these unless you want to be a career minor leaguer. And at last, it's time to play the games. You can either sim or play all of your games. I recommend playing them all because when you sim, you don't get near the amount of skill points that you do when you play. When you first get to the game, you can take batting practice if you like. I really like this feature. It's a good warm-up to take a few hacks at the ball before you start the game. If you don't want to take BP, you can simply turn it off in the settings or just skip it. Now in the game, batting is exactly the same as in any other mode. Only difference is you only control your player and have no control over the base runners or other fielders. Every time you either get a hit, score a run, drive in a run, or anything positive in the game, you receive points. As well as when you do something negative like make an error, you lose points. I like the new base running controls. Everything is controlled with the left analog stick. You simply push the right stick and hold to run to the next base, and push to the left to go back to the base. Fielding is a little different. You get to view the position as if you were looking through the player's eyes. Each position has a different view in the field, along with different responsibilities. Once the game is over, it will show you the stat line for the game and all the points you are awarded throughout the game, and what for. So all in all, if you're a baseball fan, this game is a must-have. MLB The Show is years ahead of the competition MLB 2K. The graphics are amazingly realistic, player movements are spot on, and the gameplay is smooth, easy, and as comfortable as ever has been. They have many different game modes from all the different types of baseball gamers, from the quick game to being the GM of a team and building a contender and franchise mode, to the highly improved Road to the Show mode, putting you in the shoes of the player, to playing online against random people or friends, and even a home run derby for the people that are fans of the long ball. To me, if you're a baseball fan and love baseball games, this game alone is worth buying PS3 for, just so you can play this game instead of being stuck playing 2K. This is the best baseball game ever made, and it has me excited to see what sports gaming is going to be like in the next gen systems. This game is the top of its class, and I give it a 9 out of 10.